you said this morning that if they don't make their iPhones in the U.S., you're going to hit them with a 25% tariff.
It would be more. When they build their plant here, there's no tariff.
Apple, the creator of the iPhone and a tech giant worth trillions, owes a massive part of its success to one country, China. But that relationship has become a double-edged sword. But how? Let's break it down for you. In the early 1990s, Apple prided itself on building computers in the United States. But after near bankruptcy in 1996, it began outsourcing and eventually moved almost all production to China. That move helped Apple become one of the world's most valuable companies. Apple's unique model, described in Patrick McGee's Apple in China, involved flying engineers to Chinese factories to teach local partners how to produce cutting-edge tech at scale, while operating on razor-thin margins. This process, dubbed as the Apple Squeeze, transferred valuable manufacturing knowledge to China. Meanwhile, the Taiwanese firm Foxconn became Apple's main manufacturing partner. But soon production shifted from Taiwan to mainland China, where labor was cheap, regulations were lax, and the government was eager to help. Taking advantage of this, Apple centralized manufacturing in China, training engineers, building supply chains, and even buying the machines used in the factories to control production. It's been called the world's biggest manufacturer without owning a single factory. But success for Apple came with strings attached. As United States-China tensions rose, Apple had to walk a tightrope. It complied with Chinese censorship, invested in local companies, and even shifted from Taiwanese to Chinese-owned suppliers to stay in Beijing's good books. However, meanwhile in the US, Apple avoided major tariffs under Trump, but now faces a renewed pressure. Trump has threatened 25% tariffs on all iPhones made abroad, even as Apple tries to invest more in India and the United States.
On Apple, you said this morning that if they don't make their iPhones in the U.S., you're going to hit them with a 25% tariff.
Right.
Do you have the power to tariff one single company? And why would you
No,
want to
it'll
hurt
be
an
more.
American company in that way?
It would be more. It would be also Samsung and anybody that makes that product. Otherwise, it wouldn't be fair. So anybody that makes that product, and that'll start on, I guess, the end of June. It'll come out. I think we have that appropriately done by the end of June. So if they make that product. Now, again, when they build their plant here, there's no tariff.
Apple is exploring production in India, but the challenge is steep. Much of its tech still relies on Chinese components. Shifting operations could cost billions and might not even be allowed by Beijing. Apple's China strategy helped build a global empire, but now it's a vulnerability. As one former Apple executive put it, no one does business in China without doing what the government wants.